Okie dokie, here we are. It's time to get this stream underway. Good evening, everybody. I am, of course, your host, Noppers. There I am. Little track IR now too for my flight simi little world. I'm quite happy about that. I'm just leaving it on there and just seeing how I go with sticking it. Anyway, it's about Friday Night Fights, isn't it? Let's get this screen onto the full of the screen. That's it. And I wish you good evening, everybody. Lovely to see you. And this was another really good battle to watch, play, listen to, whatever way you want to talk about it. I really enjoyed this one yet again, and hopefully you do too as we play through it. Now, just checking to see if sound works here. And I've got the microphone at the top there. Yep, there we go. Sound and games coming up. That's good stuff. So Jagdpanzer is the guy who's got the camera there in the top left corner for me, and I'm just going to go live stream and get rid of that overlay. So I used overlay stuff in there. Wild Honey, thank you very much for the follow. Lovely to see you here. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. I am streaming the game that was just played, and the reason I'm doing that in this particular style, rather than doing the 10, 15, 20 minutes delay or whatever, is to practice the pre-record style that I want to do. I suppose, yeah, I'm not going to worry about my webcam. You don't need to see my face. Hey, Crashy, good to see you, mate. You got a bit of a show tonight. Your body appeared a few times. Let me know if the sound's okay too, gang, because I've got the microphone up above the main monitor here now, and I just want to make sure that it's actually coming through. Crack shot, excellent. Well, honey, there we go. Well, you were actually, there were quite a few people tonight that I managed to capture. It was really, really good. This first sequence of battle here, though, great work from the Orange team pushing in as they did. And as I was saying just before, Jagdpanzer there, top left corner, he's our point of view camera for tonight in the tank. He did say he was going to drive a lot, but he actually ended up doing a bit of gunnery as well. I don't overdo him too much, hopefully, but he's straight into the point already with, I think they're in a Puma. It's pretty quick, whatever it is, anyway. So hopefully it looks pretty good here. It looks good on my screen. I love the fact that I can see that quite good. This was a great first opening sequence. There you are, Cratchy. There's your moment of glory, mate. Show us what you got. This wave that was coming in, you had a big wall against you here. A lot of orange there, you can see. And they'd set up early. They got their truck in early to the point. A lot of rockets on the night maps. It's so cool watching the rockets because there's this big glow that goes screaming across. So even when we zoom right out, there's all these little glows that go flying over. Here's the Greyhound versus Puma job, and the Greyhound actually got the kill there on Jagdpanzer. So well done there. I didn't even see that when I first recorded this. So there's Cracky wearing something that was large and explosive. So he's dead now. Gonna get the bush running here. Crackshot hiding out the back there. I'm assuming you're going to build a garrison back there. That's what you're up to, Crackshot, but good to see you in anyway. So this was brutal, wasn't it? You watch here as we get back up and have a bit of a panoramic review. There's Jagdpanzer getting back to a tank there. Have a look at a bit of a panoramic, and it was that centre area up there where Snazzy McGee and his squad are fighting against Lupus and Snacker, or I think it was Lupus anyway. That's a pretty important area of the map for this sector because you've got to control that sweep around and also cover lines of supply, and it was hard fought for a lot of it, but more of the action was down here on the actual point itself, on West Bend itself. So we tended to focus here a fair bit through the match. Big spawn wave coming in there though, of all those guys that were on the point at the start and got killed off. And whilst we see the point starting to turn towards blue, of course, with that contested bar up the top centre there, it's actually going to turn back the other way, I believe, because there's a lot of spawn coming in. And there's some fire coming in on the blue force there. And there's Wild Honey saying there in the chat, that's a problem, that fire coming across there, knocking them out as they're trying to run in. We can see the November squad there out in that middle sector, starting to control that area. And you have to do that. It's so open out here, though. It's so open. I expected to see a few more anti-tank guns than I did. Although, having said that, we're gonna see a few, I think, as we go along here. And there's another spawn wave coming in. It's still being contested fairly heavily there by the blue four. So well done to those guys. So I guess in the chat at the moment, or in the viewing stream, and welcome everybody tonight, Friday Night Fights. The majority of people that are here have probably already played in this tonight. So I apologise if I sound like I'm telling you new stuff for the first time, and you know what actually has gone on here. But no spoilers for those that didn't actually get to watch this. There's, T-Reaper was at work until 8 p.m, didn't get home till 8:30, missed the game completely. So here's somebody that's hopefully going to actually enjoy this for what it is, and who knows who's going to win. We also look at the fact that this is being a pre-record, and then I'm casting to it means that there's other people that might watch it. There's a fair few people that watch it Saturday mornings, so don't spoil it for them either, of course, in chat. This style that I'm doing here, as we look at, let's talk about this fight first of all. Boom! I don't know who did that, but that was a great shot. It might have been a grenade actually that picked them up. Blue Foy fighting so hard in here. Absolutely struggling to get in there. There's front case. Got it right again. Yes, I win. Spawny hiding in the back there. Hidden sausage. So much of this stuff where people running past each other. Big pusher in the right hand side. Classy always in the action there. Kills Doodoo, but then Soups has got him. Then Soups is down as well. Then Kirk's down as well. Shooters managed to pick him up. Blue's still got the advantage here, but there must be a spawn wave coming in from up north. Orange for coming down there. Gothic, thank you very much for the follow. So there's enough orange pressure on, and you can see here that Jagdpanzer's tank coming in there as well. We've got quite a few folks in on the house here. Watch where this artillery is landing. Really good artillery, but it kept hitting the same spot on that road there for ages. And just watch as it's coming down while we watch some of this other cat play here. You can see Orange Force is just starting to dominate now. Some shots going past there on the right. I love the tracer, it's really good. But the arty kept hitting the same spot, and that's not as effective. You'll see that as it's hitting there, it picks up onesies and twosies, but look at all the people all around it that are just not going to go walking into that spot. You should walk your arty fire left and right, and long and short, up to nine different positions within 50 metres of each other pretty much, or 100 metres of each other. I did a video on it years ago. There's a few other people who've done videos on it. But you could walk fire all over that little tree line and trench line down the left and right and pick up all of these people. Instead, that arty's just pounding that same spot within about 20 metres there, and it's maybe getting one every second shot. These things matter in the comp level stuff, and that's what I was going to say before. We have a quick look at the team here, by the way. I'm going to be live streaming or delayed streaming or pre-record streaming for the HCA competition, which starts on the 20th of August, and Chimera, of course, are competing in that. So I was invited by Gadarian to come and be one of the streamers and stream Oceanic Games, of course, being Chimera. So I'm super looking forward to that, and there's a couple of things about that, whether or not we actually go with a 15-minute delay or a 30-minute delay, or whether we pre-record and then go back to it. Personally, I don't particularly care either way. I'm comfortable with anything. The reason for the delay, of course, is to stop cheating from being a potential issue. I guess it is a possible problem. 15 minutes or 30, if people are looking at the stream to find garage and stuff like that, well, that's what they're doing, isn't it? But you can tell quite a lot just by following people around, even if you don't look at the map. So I honestly think if they're going to do a delay, 15 or 30 doesn't really matter. The pre-records work pretty well for me. Some great fighting here. Classy again in the action there. Copycat off to the left, we can see. But look how many orange they've got to go against here. And they may not understand that in the game because they can't see all those dots, of course. But look at it. Look at it. There's got to be about 20 there just from 12 o'clock through till 10 o'clock position, and then around sweeping to the left a bit more. Yeah, and Classy's here with Binky and a couple more behind him. This is a problem for this particular point. You can't frontal assault it. Solo. Here's Classy had to drop on someone before there, but Dawnlight was waiting for him. Well played, Dawnlight. There's not enough smoke. There's not enough firepower coming in there, and Blue 4 are really up against it. They're rockets to nowhere. A lot of those. A lot of rockets. So some great rockets, but this open field area here, we had what we call the speculators. Folks were dropping speculators in. This is also something else that's hard to see at night in the night maps is the bombing runs that come in. There's Brawl and Ty's wearing the entire bombing run. They must have, Orange 4 must have expected there was a garrison there, I guess. So, you know, that's how it kind of works. Enticed with the lucky person to be targeted for that, wasn't he? Poor bastard. What do they do? Here's my face anyway, Crashy, good to see you, man. I'll get rid of that now because we don't need to see my face. And I did use the overlay stuff in the video itself a bit. Thanos, we'll watch him a few times. Thanos, some very good individual play tonight. Airborne Kiwi working hard on this assault here, but it's trades at the moment. It's trade. A lot of blue coming in here now though. A lot of blue coming in. Nice work there. Still November holding that right area where that bombing run just came in. Not much pressure down at Biz right. Here's the counter bombing run for the Orange 4. That'll come straight across towards Thanos, I guess. No, it's gone straight across the point. That's an interesting... Was that Blue Force bombing run? Oh yeah, it would have been, of course. What am I thinking? I think Mav just died, am I right? Yeah, good kill there. Monty, we saw him and we watched him last week. We followed him quite a bit. So there's another speculators, but that's a bit closer. Pinky kind of ducked and weaved around that one. Well done, Pinky, for not wearing that in the face. Nice rockets out here on the left. There were some really good rockets from in this defence here. Some of the rockets that went out over the field throughout the match were just rubbish rockets, absolute speculators. But there's some really good defensive rockets that came out of this one. Snacker up in the building there with the MG position. We're going to have a look at that in a minute. Really, really good position there, and very hard on a night map with the extra smoke and the extra darkness and stuff. It's hard to see someone inside those buildings. This smoke coming in, smashing in. Copycat across the road there. Really good move from him. He might actually get some grenades in here. No, he's been chopped down. I think Kitty picked him up, yeah. Bit of camp there, but that's good. That's smart play. Dr. Doodoo head there, ready for the medic revive. Here's this view I was telling you about before. I'll try and get the position right for you. And he's getting counter shot there, and he actually got hit just then, and I've clipped, so I've jumped through the roof, and I had to look up here, and I went, oh, okay, nice little roof area. What the fuck's it for? Can't do much up there, but very, very dark now on Foy night. So although the fields are really open and wide, and you know, you can see everything in these house areas, it's very dark. The Artie is now sort of moved across to the left a bit there on screen. That's good work from the Artie. You've got to get it across. There's a speculator, but that was a good shot. Wayno with a nice shot against that hay stack there. He almost picked up Mirage. Lovely artillery there. Mirage got whacked by something, not sure what. Those guys spawned in and died. And they'd been standing there for a minute, I think, and then someone else spawned in as well. So there's artillery now picking up. This is better from the artillery. Moving around the point and picking up different areas. He's actually knocking stuff out. I'm sure he got that OB just then. I don't even know who was on artillery tonight. If you're in chat, please, by all means, stick your hand up. And there's a tank around the back here now. That's a Panzer IV, I think, from memory. It might be the boys that, again, have a bit of a look out over the field. These guys are very, very, very good tankers. Oh no, this is the other crew. They're probably good tankers too. The Blackjack, yeah, Blackjack definitely is. I'm not sure about Eltank, and I couldn't catch the other name there. Using the building there as a little bit of cover, good work there, and it's sort of a defensive overwatch position to cover that left flank. Here we can have a bit of a look at who's in tanks. Thorpe was in the tank there at one stage, I believe. Willie, I saw him in a tank earlier. Jagpens are there on that top right side. Here's that camera we have up the top, as I said before. Now, I think it's going to pop up now. Yeah, there it is. And so that's Jagpens. He's in a different tank, in a different location. But these guys are using that building as a bit of shelter. And of course, this is covering off to that northeast area of the point, which allows them to put in fire support. That was the shot of the match right there. And I got super excited thinking, oh my God, they've got a tank kill at that range. It's a fucking truck. Yawn. But what a shot, though, through all the trees and all that. So I'll go credit, you know, 6.5 out of 10 for accuracy at range. But it was a truck. It was like, yeah, whatever. Good positioning here from Coco Banana to set up for his squad. And there's an issue here, though, this clustering stuff. You can't do this. You've got to spread it out. And we can see now Snazzy here probably should be telling them, I think he's throwing some smoke down range. Jagpens has died there. I should have got rid of the camera, but they've started shooting. So, of course, all of those orange guys there know they're here now. And as they start to come in, we'll start to see a little bit of gunfire returning. They're trying to throw smoke and get across the road there and push into that area and control it. So I think Snazzy's November squad. I'm not really sure. There's Snazzy. He's trying to push, and now here comes the counterfire. Mab up there with the machine gun is just now shredding the forest, and everyone gets picked off there. I'm pretty sure, except White, and so he's a bit lonely there now, unfortunately. And bullets are still coming in. Maybe look how many there are. So you've got to spread out early. If you clustered up like that, one machine gun took them all out. The point got a bit quiet here. Binky and Shooter have a little bit of a hug off here. They're just checking out to see what each other's doing. So they're not really interested in killing each other. They must be friends. I don't know. That happened in the war. Shooter coming out, Boyden covering him, and that's what it was. So Binky's actually just relying on his teammate there. Well done to Binky for doing that. I don't want that camera. I want that camera, don't I? Yeah, no, we'll get rid of that. So Binky got chopped down there. The Blue Force, you can see the attack is stalled. It's a very frontal assault, and there's some great caliber of player here. Soupsy, J&L, I watch these guys all the time, and they're very, very good players. So trades are all well and good. Soups will kill someone else will kill Soups there, look a bit of trade there, but it won't get you the point. You've got to do something, you've got to crack it a bit better, and a bit of grenade to make sure Soups was dead, well done. Here's the sniper squad up the top here actually, a recon squad trying to come in. Kiwi there trying to do his hardest to get his boys up there and lobbing grenades over and doing really well, and he was making ground, but it was a World War I speed, unfortunately for Kiwi, because the defence it's just so tight, this defence. So something has to change. I can hear a tank. That might be the difference. That might make a difference here. If they can bring a tank in, that change might do something. There's a great strafe. Picked up Thorpe, I think it was there. Hidden Sausage runs straight past Kitty, and they're both dead now. Dude is out of there. He's taking machine gun fire. Dawn Light now taking that position up in the building for a bit of machine gun. Yeah, there it is. That's 76, I think. And I think that was a kill of that tank up the back there, the Panzer IV that was hiding behind the building. But the trouble is, there's a Panther out there somewhere. I haven't got that camera up from Riley at the moment, but there's no doubt that they'll be in a Panther and they'll be coming in. This is Torque, Kanashi, and I missed that name, Dadu or something like that. So these guys have got the right idea. They're set up here, trying to put fire support in. Their infantry's thinned out a bit too much there on the right. What I'm a little bit worried about here is how exposed they are at the front there to counterfire. There, look at that. See that? That was a round. That was a ricochet. But that's a round from a Panther, I reckon. Coming in against there, boom! Look at that. So those guys are somewhere up there to the north, and we're going to bring up Riley's camera now. There he is. There, look at that for a shot. If that was him, 605 metres away, they're telling me that's how far that tank shot was. 605 metres. Jesus. There you go. All right, here's, look at the anti-tank here. Oh, nice. Artillery's back on it again. So you could sweep that arty off to the right there in front of Airborne Kiwi. That's what I'd be doing. Because that's where they spawned in. Look, they just keep spawning in. They haven't been pressured there from artillery yet. There's a speculator rocket. That kind of went to nowhere. Having a look back over here, you can see Snazzy Squad got pushed down again. So they're not holding that point. There's that Panther coming in. I think it's a Panther. Yeah, so we're going to follow this in for a bit. It's always lovely to have that. We'll bring up Riley's camera as well. There he is. Or Yank Panther. Sorry, I call him Riley. It's his name. Here's the boys running down the road here. Now, they're not bad for an infantry squad, these guys. I mean, they did win. Kingsy and Yank Panther did win the Big D Fire Team Invitational that I ran. And we'll run another one later in the year, maybe. So for infantry guys, they're not too bad, are they? Oh, I'm going to wear that one. Kingsy, you watching, mate? Having a sip of drink. Okay. This tank squad's an elite tank squad. Riley's there. Well done, mate. Good to see you. And thank you, Yank Panzer, for providing your point of view tonight, mate. It was really, really good. You did a bit more gunnery than I was expecting. You said you were going to drive a lot. Here's the 76 coming in now again, and that little Stuart running around. You see these guys are now putting in counter battery fire, or support fire rather, onto the point here. This is important. They had plenty of infantry support. three Vapos in there as well. I keep missing who the third was, Vapo. I'm so sorry. Okay, Vapo's actually the person that carries that tank squad, just for the record. The other two are fucking leeches, let me tell you. So well done, Vapo, for burdening the weight of that pair of egos on your shoulders, mate. So here's the guys coming in. This is interesting here. This is a great AT gun position here because it's got lots of like view cover there and protection on either side of the road there, and it's got infantry on that right side. It's Yagpanzer's camera up there. He's always ready to throw me a camera, and it's a really good quality stream too. So I'm super happy. The boys at the tanks were coming in close to each other. They jumped off the gun. I couldn't believe it. But there's some machine gun fire coming in. As soon as they did that, of course, he got shredded. That was the tank shooting Mirage just then, and Boyden, of course, here. This is where you want, boom, there we go. And so they'd been spotted, and they didn't even see that tank, and it wasn't marked. And the whole point of that AT gun was to stop that from happening. And so, you know, they knew where it was once they came down the road a bit further and that, but they should have been spotted so much earlier than that. It's really good with the night map having that background of trees behind you when you put an AT gun up, because it's super hard, and I like to put an AT gun actually in that tree line. Now here's the 76 over in the middle of the map. He's way exposed. I don't even know what happens here, but he is way exposed. That's Pedro. I think I saw Coffee something. I don't know. I missed the name again. Sorry about that. These guys, yeah, I've been caught out here. Okay, I've been caught out in the middle of the paddock by people. So here's Riley and the tank getting in onto the point now and pushing through here, doing a little bit of driving over the top of things. Usually we see you in the commander's spot there. Yeah, tonight it must have been a bit of variety for you, mate, to not be in the commander's hatch. I love it. Good to see. But you can see how he's rolling that tank through in that top left corner there. And this is the big tank right here now. We're watching. We know that one tank is nice and tight in amongst all the buildings with lots of cover around it and trees and all sorts of shit. And then there's a tank out in the middle of the open. And hello. 76 is going, I just got shot. Where'd I get shot from? What's really cool here, though, is that there's a bit of angle on this tank. And it will play. It will play. I mean, they don't know where the enemy tank is. They're looking. There's the ricochet. So maybe Yagpanzer can explain how that works in the chat. But it's taking hits here still. It's doing pretty well though. I don't know about tank handling in this game. I knew about it in World of Tanks, but I don't really know. How it actually works, but look how hurt this thing is. It's got to back up, and if I remember rightly, I take a quick look around behind here now just to see where he's got to go to. So there's a bit of a defilade there with the ground slopes, and he's trying to put in some machine gun fire and suppress while he's backing out of there. There's a little bit of a ridge line of the thing, but you know, the quality of tanking on the other team that we just talked about, just picked them off. That's going to happen. And you can't be out in the open on maps like this. And here we go, the Panther coming out to gloat and show its ass to everybody to say, what do you got? And unfortunately, at this point in time, the blue team don't have enough. There is a bit of a push there going on the point on the left-hand side there. That's lovely to see. Vapo, it was... like at that range, I guess that angling makes a big difference, doesn't it? So he was taking a few rounds that didn't actually damage him. We can see there's a bit of a push down Bizroy way, but this is the one that interests me here. Blue 4 have now spread out a lot better, and they're just putting enough pressure on. And I think what's happened is that some of the orange team have actually moved off. So it's the Axis and the Allies, I guess, but I could probably call them that. But the Axis team, the orange team, have actually pulled a few too many folks away from the point here, and the artillery's still landing in. I've got a Panther around the back there. I think that might be Yagpanzer's tank coming around again. Yes, it is. So I'll just look at the point of view and I can see that. There's Klausy coming in to try and do some work. There's enough pressure on the point here from the orange team still that blues aren't going to be able to push this at the moment. Bone Striker, yeah, haven't seen him for ages. Right. Yeah, that turret. So that Vapo, the way the ground was sloped there, that made a big difference. But I still wouldn't be caught out anymore in an open field like that. There's enough tree lines and stuff around here you can use to move up. And on night map in particular, it's about not profiling yourself out in the open. For those that have ever been in the military, shape, shine, shadows, silhouette, and movement for 5 S's and a P. I think that and M rather. So when you're in a building inside, standing in, looking out a window, you should stand back from the window edge because then you're harder to see. If you're going to set up an AT gun, set it slightly into a forest because then you're harder to see. If you're a tank, set it up near something with something behind you perhaps so that you're harder to see, because if you've got nothing behind you, you stick out. So here's Jagdpanzer jumping out of the tank in a hostile environment and pulling out the old blowtorch. This will buff out, boys, that's what he's saying. Vapo and Kingsley in the tank at the moment, just doing that defensive pillbox thing there. Good spot there, by the way. Kind of the opposite of what the anti-tank gun was down the other end of the road there. So this can cover everything sort of forward and to the right reasonably well. And it's got a bit of a building there, but it can look around with that turret. Okay, and it's picking up the infantry as it comes through the forest. Now he's got infantry off to the left, Fuzzy and Scrib, of course, which gives them security on that flank, because if those guys get shredded and the commander, whoever's in the commander's hatch at the moment on that tank, will be looking around for it, that tank will survive all day. It's not going to get shot from the open by an enemy tank. There's a couple of tanks out there you can see try to do different things. I missed those names again. Hopefully you read them. So that's the way you do these tanks. Here's Reese, lovely. Just the bipod of his machine gun holding him in position there. So he clearly only does arms day at the gym. He skips leg day completely, and so he's holding himself up with pure arm strength and poor bracing. So well done, Reese. Good position. Blue now starting to get a bit of momentum here, even though there's a tank on the point. Here's, this is what, yeah, this is it. This is what you do. Even if these guys die, this is good positioning. Look at that, bit of cover from the ground, so likelihood of if they get shot at by bullets or AT rounds or tank rounds or whatever, it's going to hit that ground in front of them. The machine gunner, you saw him there, he set up at the front, he was probably taking a bit of fire, so he's backed up one little dome here. This is a really good spot here. This is a great spot to have a fire support base onto the point while your infantry pushes up through the forest there. So a machine gun and an anti-tank gun. You can see these guys are just smashing that building. You can see Jagdpanzer's point of view there. They know there's something out there that's bad, but they don't know where it is. So he's trying to work it out, no doubt, that all this AT gun fire that's coming in, or big fire that's coming in, they're trying to work out where the tank might be, or whatever it is. These guys maybe can tell that it's an AT gun, I don't know. But they can't see it, it can't see them, but that AT gun's able to shell the building on the left, which means, look at all the infantry now. It's made it up. So it's called having 1 foot on the ground. I talk about it all the time. That AT gun, of course, you run around the corner into the open and you get shot down. There you go, rated fire, yeah, absolutely. Oh, and a good grenade. I think that might have been Kiwi's grenade that got him back. But you can see that Panther now has had to back up a little bit. Probably about that AT gun. He's trying a bit of a flank. Stuart up to the north there, and you can kill these tanks with a Stuart, but you've got to be smart about it. You've got to keep moving and don't give the gun a chance to actually line up on you. Rate of fire is Crash Marine. That's what Riley's talking about there. So this is a good little push here. That fire support base, or the foot on the ground that they had back there, really helped them get in. But look at Ginge out here in the open. No fucks are given. He's like, I'll just machine gun everything. So as they crest that ridge line there, Ginge is picking them off. I probably would have set up over next to the trees here, but you know what? I'd probably die more than Ginge does. So well done to him. He's stopping a bit of a push here. Orange Fort on the point, really clustered in there. Here's that plucky little Stuart. So he'd be coming in looking for that Panther. But you've got to keep moving here, Stuart. Yeah, look, bam, in the back of the Panther. That's a good hit. That is good. Now, gangster is if you're standing up, firing it from the hip. He's not that gangster. The Stuart's put a couple in, but look, it's stopped here now, and the Panther will now try and turn and get out of there. The boys are pretty good at this. Stuart might have it. Stuart might have it. No, he's shot the ground, but he's out of there. Unfortunately now, he's got the right idea, but he's running straight through the enemy infantry. And Caledonius gets one in the back of him. That was a good shot. Here's another one coming in for sure. He'd have a second round. Bam, yeah, good shot, good shot. You gotta weave. you can. Stuka coming in. Yeah, you've got to weave, and Stuart's allow you to. I couldn't work out where it was bombing, by the way. Stuart's allow you to weave, and you can generally miss. Have rockets miss you. Good repair station there, Crashy. They slapped it in next to the building. It was a stay there all day sort of position. Unfortunately, what that Stuart did, although it didn't take out the Panther, it hurt it enough that Young Panthers tank had to get out of there if they wanted to survive. And the Stuarts pushed them out of the point, which meant the infantry that had been pushing up with that staging point in the background where that anti-tank gun was, they actually managed to get infantry up into the point here, and now they're capping it. Shooter here, everybody runs past him. Whoa! And now he's like, maybe he was AFK. He goes, I'll shoot you. And Mirage goes, hey, don't do that. Well, somebody shot him. I don't know who that was. He managed to kill that. Well done, though, Blue here. So see what a fire support base sort of thing does? What a foot on the ground, a left flank with fire support coming in meant that the right flank was able to push into the point. And now they're shredding up to the north. I think it's north. Yeah, it's northwest. So that's that garrison out there on the left side from the orange team. So what we need to see here is, of course, that the blue fort get out there and clear that out. Kiwi's going to lead with some grenades here. This is good play here. The blue fort they've captured this. That Panther is gone. It had to back off out of there. Probably backed off a bit too far. I don't know what happened to Young Panthers tank at that, but it was pretty badly damaged, and they needed to clear datum or they'd be dead. Resources being a premium, of course, you can't afford to just have your tanks blow up. Here's Kiwi on the point, and holy fucking Jesus! Grenades! Oh, Lag Panda! It's Lag Panda. It's Panda from Lag. And that's the artillery now finally coming to play. Thank you very much, artillery. Nakajim now with the work to do to go and get that garrison. Nakajim with the work to do to go get that garrison. No, he's going to drop a satchel on the ground right there. All right, so there you go, satchel down. I just heard that. I didn't hear that when I was recording it. Need to rearm. Okay, Vapes, I wasn't sure where you're at. You were there for quite a while. There you go. So it's a bit of a rearm, but you were also heavily damaged, and I reckon one more shot into you might have ended you. So it was smart play to get out there. There's a beautiful spawn way. Thanos caught in the open there with a single shot rifle. Is not going to take that lot down. And here we go. Machine gun straight on the fence from spawning, and he's into it. Mix put the machine gun for it. There's the satchel. Mick. And Mick's like, he's buffing that out. He'll be fine. What could go wrong here? Really good play though from Blue 4. They managed to get onto the point, but it was a bit tatty there for a while. But look at those garrisons now. Here's Orange Force though. They've got that central. That was oh god, I saw it before. I knew who it was. Here's a Greyhound coming up. That central area where Snazzy was trying to hold before November Squad. Orange now own that area. That's quite important because that gives them a staging place. That's it's quite critical for this particular map. Here's the guys with the Greyhound, the plucky little Greyhound racing up. We've got there a Panther coming back in now, having rearmed and repaired, and it's quick enough. So you wouldn't take a Tiger now because you've got Panthers that can get to the point quicker, go back and rearm quicker. They can do everything better. Nekajim was it there. Thanks, Mr. Cloud. Thank you, and thank you for the first time chat. Good to see you. Here's Steve. Steve with he's coming in doing support. I was trying to work out if there was an OP or a garrison in there. It says Steve trying to hit Rip. He's taking out front pace. This is a good little push here. See supplies coming in there from the orange team up to the northeast. And thank you for the follow there, Mr. Plough. I hope you're enjoying this. We plenty of action so far. We're not even halfway through. I love that about Friday night fights. It's no one is dominating anybody here at the moment. It's really tight. There's an airhead going in. I just saw that airhead on the garrison coming in. This is a really good spawn wave up north here from the blue team. Excel and Centurion have got all the work cut out from the very, very good players. Here's Nakajim now. He's switched positions. He's coming in as assault there up north. Centurion, they're on some nodes. Nodes right up here. That's it, nodes. Okay, well, Nakajim's been cut down. Someone out on the left there. I can't see him because of Riley's camera. Kingsley went AFK. Well, he probably thought his job was done because he killed something. Is that how he works? I don't know. I can look up. He's not in the chat, so he can't defend himself, so I'm going to take the piss out of him all night. Here's XL now working with Command, trying to kill Commander Knight out there. There's a garrison right there in front of him. That's a good spawn wave coming in there and getting cut down though. And Thanos has got him, but he's actually been picked up. Centurion lucky there to get away with that a little bit. And XL going, oh fuck, this is a dude. So well done Thanos, but he didn't quite get there. Left side there, trying to get that garrison, of course. Centurion now trading. Mirage is down in the building. XL up in there. Having on some peppies. Excellent. No doubt. No doubt. Commander Knight getting shredded by XL. There's a grenade. Didn't do anything, unfortunately. XL's going to hold that for a little bit here. That's a good defensive position from these guys. There's still a problem, though, for Orange, because Blue's up there to the northeast. So well done to them for getting that garrison in there. Klausy, someone to follow. We watched him the other week, and of course, so let's get a bit of a look-see at what he does here. It's great to see how people move around the map too, and what they do and where they go. And I learn things all the time about how stuff works in this game. I don't go and research too much. I am part of the R&D channel, but I just don't have time to read half the stuff that goes on. Already got the drop on him. Oh no, Klausy. Good pick up there. Now, Klausy, where are you going from here, mate? Over the fence, straight into a bunch of people. They're all surprised to see you, but they put bullets off first. There's a really good R&D channel, actually, that has all sorts of stuff about maps and things like that. I don't know if it's by invite in particular or not. I'm not sure. If you wonder why I've been so busy, I've been procuring things for defence, and it's pretty complex and pretty stressful. So I'm tired. Very tired. But I'm really looking forward to streaming and casting the HCA stuff. And this is not only good practice doing the Friday night fights, it's genuinely good fun to sit here and enjoy some of this stuff. That 7.6 looking a bit beat up. I don't know where he came from or what's smashing him. There's Copy, Pedro and Willie. We see them in tanks a few times. Trying to put some gunfire in, but they're getting damaged pretty hard. I think they'll probably have to jump out shortly. Try and find some forest or something and get a bit of defence in. I'm going to take another little drink here while we watch that good stuff. A lot of people at West Bend still from the Blue 4. Yeah, Willie doing the repair. Here's the boys down south here trying to push up through there. Orange are holding that central area though really well. Blue 4 have made it in. This was a grind, these battles, isn't it? You know, here's combat. We'll get in and have a look-see, clip through the wall. I remember this. Okay, the watchful eye of combat zebra, I think it is. Okay, Nakajime's just gone past. There's Mirage in front of him. Mirage going past. Combat zebra. Fuck me, there's a person. So, AFK much? And he misses. Oh no, that's gonna cost him. He's missed again and he's down. Oh, worst camp ever. Sorry, Combat Zebra, but that was terrible. Oh no.
Yeah, that went well.
Here's Nakajima now pushing in. Butterdog and Dinky training. Butterdog, well done. Blue 4 really got the drop here, and this is good work. There's the church in the middle of Foy. The church in the middle of every town in this bloody game, isn't there? And you're always seem to be fighting around it. General Disarray in there in the middle trying to defend. Monty just downstairs from him. Who's going to have the drop here? Monty now racing away there. I think General's going to see out the window. Oh no, he's looking out the other window. Oh no, someone else got him. Wayno, I think. Long shot. No, Spawny. Spawny, nice shot over there, mate. Well done. General Disarray, we're going to have a look, see what he's doing. He's just running back to the board. Getting his miles up, getting his paces up. Here's a bombing run coming in. This is an Orange 4 bombing run. That's probably going to be on West Bend, I think. Yeah, so there must be a push going on over there right now. There is a garrison southwest marked. Enemy garrison, according to the Blue 4. And there's a lot of people out there straight in front of us on West Bend. Yeah, look at the Orange Force coming around that back. Oh, no, that's a central area. Oh, I'm not really sure. Blue 4 still hold the north area here. Good little fight going on inside this building. Let's go and watch this one, shall we? A little bit of 1v1 or 2v1 here. XL trying to hold the building. Clipping. I tried to follow him, but the clipping thing didn't work. So sorry about that. We'll get that fixed up in a second. Having a look, a bit of stair combat. So hard to push up a set of stairs against somebody who's just patient, and I think, you know,
I got a bad feeling about this.
You know, I think XL's going to, yeah, there's Fable's going to come around and have a bit of a look-see. Just stepping in slightly. He's got, he's an assault rifleman, so he's probably got the bar, hasn't he? Lots of bullets, but not a brilliant weapon in my opinion. I don't know, I just don't rate it in this game. I haven't played it too much. Grenade up the stairs. Where's that gone? He's thrown it somewhere. Is it going to get XL? Nope. But you got to throw a second one, I think. Oh, I think you only got one there. And there it is. Brutal stair killing. So we're going to get out of here. That's right. Commander Knight went, I'll have a go. So I decided to come back in and have another look. So here's Knight. Knight wears a grenade around the corner in front of him. Let's see if he can throw a grenade upstairs better. There's one. Where'd that one go? I don't know where that one went. XL's still upstairs. There's a grenade on the second floor. And he got him. XL must have just come down. There's his arm. That's a good sight. Oh, Mr. Yeah, it is so hard to get grenades upstairs. It's like throwing grenades on Remagen Bridge too. I hit the fucking beams underneath it all the time and grenade myself. But yeah, Trigger now. He's commander. Look, okay, so a couple of things going on here right now. The cap is starting to fall there in the middle of Foy. Blue might actually cap that there. Here's Trigger waiting for a set of supplies to come down to put a garrison up and attack garrison. There's a speculator rocket over the back there, but that looks pretty good. West Bend's got a bit of defense on it. The timing of things in these matches is super important. His Trigger actually went a bit too far south there. He's actually got to be a bit. He's got to get into that zone. He's got to do the first two rows. So for those that don't understand how Garry's work, if you don't play much commander or officer, you're only allowed to build it in the two rows red zone. So Trigger's just put one right on the edge of that red zone, and so now he's going to get a spawn wave in here. Hopefully, let's have a look at what Riley's tank's doing and see where he's up to. No, he's standing. He's standing, waiting for a tank that never comes. I turned his screen up because he started doing some random shit in Discord because he was obviously bored waiting for a fucking tank. Trigger here waiting for his spawn wave coming off, and so this will be pretty important. But look at the cap falling there in Foy. Blue are taking the cap in the middle here. So what is going to occur here? Look at that spawn wave there. Look, there's going to be at least 20 people pushing into Foy. So that's good work from Blue. Here's 4 coming in the back of West Bend though, and so 50-50. Who's going to push first? Blue Force has got the drop on Foy there. But look at the defense. The defense has come up on Foy. So they're starting to take it back. Red Force starting to take it back. By the way, while I think about it, if there's anybody here that played DCS, while we watch these guys going in, if there's anybody here that plays DCS, I recently got into it. I played it like 10 years ago for 50 minutes and I just never got into it. I've got myself all the kit now, X56 joystick and the track IR thing and all that, and I've started creating missions, and I started a week ago, so I'm doing a little bit of random learning. Bud's got the drop on him. He's picked up Shaz. Shooter's got him eyeballed up. Bud's off the garrison. Bud's down. Shooter's going to know there's a garrison up there now. Shooter's going to pick him up. He's going to pick that garrison up. What is that? Wheelbarrow with an R running across here to grab the garrison. Fucking bib. You come on. It's taking the piss. Okay, anyway. So that's huge garrison just here. Kirk there should know, but Kirk's running the wrong direction. Didn't understand that there's a problem there. 76 up the front line here. These guys, NVS Beast has been picked up. There's a commander ping from the Blue Fort. All these guys are running in the wrong direction. Hey, Macca, good to see you, man. Well, actually, we were just talking about DCS. We'll come back to that in a minute because here's a bombing run from the commander of the Blue Force to take out that push. But look what's happened here. Whilst he's picked up one of the 4 guys that was running up earlier, the commander's missed the entire wave and the garrison's back there. Bud knows that they're around the back there, so he's sweeping around trying to take them. The cap stopped on the middle point here, so this is a real problem for Blue Force because they've got enemy all over the back lines here. There's that tank. That tank is in real trouble. It doesn't know. The infantry marks come up. We've got Riley's camera coming back up now. Maybe he's back in the match. Yeah, look at that. So he's watching West Bend there. Yank Panzer's tank is watching West Bend there. We'll start to see fire support. Yeah, look, there's the fire support. That's actually shooting at that fucking tank. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Bam, rockets in the arse, and everybody's now shooting this 76. There's another one. Look at them all. They're hot for the tank, but I think it's Yank Panzer's tank. No, it's actually Mav got it. Mav got that kill there. Well done, though. But what a great garrison there from the orange team. pushed in, and everybody on the blue team just had no idea that was there. So now we've got a double push, a literally crossfire coming in on Reese and Monty and Daniel. Vladimir Gluten there and Saw Lose. These guys are all in big trouble here. We can see Foy is still contested back to the boards, but what's happening here is these guys are getting squeezed out to the point they're losing all the garrison. This is Mr. Pistol, by the way. I watched this. This is brilliant. Look at this fucking guy. He's like me. I love Pistol. Bam! That's got to be 50, 60 meters easy. Pistol up. And then he got 4 kills, and then he's like, I'm going to redeploy, I'm done. So he was literally the thing stopping the Orange 4 just then, stopping the Orange 4 coming in. Boys still in big trouble here for Orange team. There's a lot of blue 4 coming in from that northeast side. Look at, and the east side actually this side, and there's northwest as well. They've got 2 Garys on the point here. Real problems here for the Orange team because the blue are coming in from both sides, pincering again onto that. So it's both points are getting pincered. Who's got the quicker pincer? Well, look at West Band. It's now starting to fall, and I think that's going to be going their way a lot quicker because Red are holding on to Foy well enough. There's not enough force coming in, but look what they've done here. There's Entice left with Milk, Vladimir around the back there, but they're just getting cut to pieces here because of that double pincer action that's happened. It's like being in prison, let's face it. Entice here in the building. I went to go and camera him, he jumped out. I'm like, all right, I'll go out and fucking camera, he goes back in the building. You don't want to be filmed, mate, just let me know. Yeah? But, yeah, so real trouble here for the blue team here as Wayno comes through and starts killing them off. Chowie's gone, enticing Chowie there, but there's no spawn points anymore for blue 4. The Garys have all fallen around the back here. And here's Wayno coming in. Crashy there, built a garrison. So well done, Crashy. Unfortunately, mate, you got pincered. So there goes that garrison that was just built. So that was the chance. Another 30 seconds and they would have got a spawn wave off. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened. Now Orange is starting to really press onto the point, and Blue have got nowhere to spawn except for the OPs. There's an OP spawn, so that's a good point, but look at the cap still falling. It means that there's not enough weight coming from Blue onto the point, and it can only possibly be that one squad. So here's the tank coming in the top left point of view as well. This is a real problem for the blue team. They're going to lose this. They've probably lost the attack on the middle area because it's just not turned for ages there. There's no contest anymore. And this means when this point turns now, they're going to lose all of those garrisons. We're literally just over halfway through this match, by the way, folks. And the point here in the middle is still the most contested thing on the field. And it's a great machine gun, and they're relying on the top of a blue anti-tanker. NBS Beast with the miss of the decade, completely missed them and hit the ground behind. Oh, and they get shot for his trouble as well, and you'd just be pissed about that. Now we've got some pressure going on to Bizroy because the cap has turned in Orange's favour, and Bizroy is going to be in a little bit of trouble. Where did they come in? Oh, that's Bread and Iconic. So they've been pushing pressure on there for ages, and trying to take out that back stuff. And that's the job that they would have had. And they did a pretty good job of that, by the way, because I had an idea of what was going on every time I looked at the map, but we were kind of concentrating on these things up here. Blue 4 has still got enough forces up to that north area to try and come in the back. There's a speculator in, and it goes, oh, and he got one! Great speculator, bam, and took it out. Or maybe he saw him, I don't know. It was a good shot though from at least 100 plus. Goose around the back here with Angry something or other. That's the Stewart coming through now, trying to put some trying to put some fire support in and clear out this orange stuff that's happening here. While we're just watching this little bit of fireplay, Macca, of course, is the person that I've been gaming with from a DCS perspective. So I started DCS about a week ago. Mac had been playing for a bit of a while. Started creating a series of missions that are quite entertaining and fun, and Mac and I have been playing that. So please PM me if you're interested in coming and joining us in DCS and weeknights when I'm not playing Hell Let Loose, not streaming or whatever, just for something a bit different. And to break up the monotony of playing one game all the time, I'm trying to stop doing that. So, I'll still play Hell Let Loose a fair bit, but I'm also going to play a bit of DCS, maybe a bit of Elite Dangerous as well, World of Warships occasionally. I've got fucking a million games like most of us do. Look what's happened here now, though. Great work from the Orange team. They've absolutely consolidated the point now, and they've thrown everybody, except those 2 guys up there to the east, they've thrown everybody on the point, and Blue have been pushed way the hell back. There's artillery marks, so they're going to be shelling in there. Blue 4 still up the north here trying to do some killing, but of course the Yagpens' tank now running around doing what it does best and just piss everybody off. Kingsy's decided to come back from Potty or wherever he was. He's probably out the back having a dart, I'm not really sure. But he's back in now, and the three boys are coming in and doing their thing in that Panther. Really good dominating play from that Panther so far. We'll see what happens. Here's the push now. Good shooting from that Stewart. I can see it's pinging people off in the trees there. Wayno and Chad's coming in and taking this building. And we're going to start seeing the grind here in the forest. This is such a brutal area to fight. I have, and I'm sure we all have, fought in this part of the map ad nauseum, but it's still good fun. Here's a bombing run coming, by the way. I don't know whose that is. I think that's on Bizroy. I think it's a Bizroy bombing run from the orange team. Yeah, it absolutely is. But you know, it's hey, someone's PMing me going, "Opposites take the piss out of you. You better come along." G'day, mate. How are you? And you know what? I'm going to step back because my work here is done by the look of chat. Good spawn point here in the forest area. Swinny's down there getting ready to put up a garrison. That's great play. Staging point, the start of staging point. I can hear a tank. No, that's a truck. Sorry, my bad. Shooting across there. Blue 4, they're up against it here, aren't they? This is the trade area. This is where you've just individual skills come to play. I mean, you've got squaddies all around, but the problem I have, there's Boygan taking a hit to the head, Dwinky there, Monty's coming up. We don't see a lot of squad cohesive movement, not a lot. For HCA, I'm going to say it bluntly right here, anyone who's playing in the HCA, when I'm streaming you, I'm going to be as harsh as fuck on your gameplay, because if you want to win it, you've got to be in it. And I would want to see a squad here at this building where Commander Knight is, with, you know, if there's 4 in the squad or 5 in the squad, 2 people shooting at stuff while 2 or 3 run across the road. That's what I'd want to see. But the trouble here is, in this game, there's Mirage around the back. That's what I want to see. A foot on the ground, shooting, trying to put in fire support. That's what you do, because look at those guys there on the left. Mav, Caladonis and Shazza have got to stay in the building. They've got to stay in the building because they're getting shot at by something, which means these guys, I don't even know how this happened here, by the way, fucking people walking past each other everywhere. These guys get a chance to actually move up. Suicide, yeah, in this particular mode, 90 resources per tick. You wouldn't need a 75, the medium, yeah. Also, I would never run a Tiger with a Panther option. That's what I've watched over the last few weeks. I'd never take a Tiger again, to be honest. The Panther's just got all of the things that the Tiger lacks on. Yeah. All right, these boys here. Good OP there from Crashy. Crashy, moment of glory? No! Threaded, mate. I'm sorry. I told you you were gonna show at some stage. But this is interesting here. These guys, maybe they didn't see your OP, mate. It's a really good OP spot. MBS Beast, hey, surprise! Fucking down. They didn't see your OP. That OP, nobody, like Brett's shooting somebody up there. Fuck, that's a long shot. Oh, he's a sniper, isn't he? That OP there under that. Poor old Crashy.
It's a trap!
That's what it is when you're spawning on that OP. He's pulling up now, Viper with that OP again, but like, there he kills him, and now he's dead, and the OP's still there. That OP stayed for ages, Crashy. I can't remember how long. I kind of got bored watching it. Here's Riley. Here's Jagdpanzer's tank with friendly infantry chasing him for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. I hadn't been watching that point of view because I was watching this OP going, is anyone going to come and take it? It's right here. It's right here. Nope, the OP's fine. Good little defence here on Bizroy though. We didn't concentrate a huge amount on the Bizroy defence in this match, I must admit. But I was quite impressed with how well these guys defended. Bud played pretty well. I got to say that. Bud played pretty well. I watched him a few times. But Goose was one of my MVPs. Let's watch Goose for a while here from memory. This was a really good run of play. Goose, if you're watching, mate, here's your moment to shine now. And I believe you did. This is good play from Goose. So, he's taking an OP just there. He's sweeping around, trying to clear out what's going on from this attack. Looks up to the right there, takes out J&L. There's another OP to take down as well. Goose has got the drop on that guy, so well done there. There's still 4 up there. Iconics and Brad, the recon squad, just there in front of us. And Goose is sort of, bandage up, standing up. I don't care. Bread's looking for him. They know he's there. They know something just happened. Nobody went down. Bread put the shot in on him, put a shot in here. It is hard shooting at close range with a sniper rifle through these trees. But Goose, look at that. Bam. Gets shot at twice, gets missed, and then turns around and knocks poor old Bread down. So I got to be nice to Bread because he's helping with DCS stuff. He's one of my SMEs. I've worked out he's played like 1,000 hours. He knows shit. Keep those people close. Goose. Look there, bam, another one down. I don't know who that was. I missed it. Wait, no, that's it. Goose turns around, finally gets shredded. But well played there, mate. Took out a couple of OPs and a few infantry in the forest. Definitely some good play there from Goose. Let's go back across now and have a look at what's going on over this side of the map. That central area still held by Orange Team, but they've thinned out in numbers a bit. This grind, though, look, have they made ground? Yes, they've made ground. Kiwi is up at the next building, although they've still got people around the building where they just where they've got an OP. Kiwi trying so hard here to get something happening, but it's the squads are too spread out and there's not enough fire support coming in. Where's the bullets, guys? I want to see bullets coming in, suppressing things. You know, Mab standing out in the open, myself standing there. There's a tank round coming in. Caledonia's getting shot down by Kiwi. Well played there. But Kiwi's got 2 guys behind him he doesn't know about. They're shooting snazzy behind him. Monty, there's like 3 squad leaders there. They should be talking to each other. I don't know what happened there. Kiwi can surely hear that machine gun fire. But he's down in there. They're talking there. Freshie, were you yelling at him? Or was he yelling at you? Something's fucking going on there. I turned the... But he's killing people in the field. He's doing the right thing and stopping their troops coming in. But there's dudes in the building beside him. So there needs to be more fire support. More fire support. Look at all the blue for there. Where's the gunfire? Somebody shoot something. Oh.
But why is the run gone?
Why is the run gone? I want to know. There we go. Steve's in there. Sparrow Park around the back there. Sparrow Park gets chopped down. Here he turns around and looks and goes, fuck, what do you mean there's people in the building next to us? Here we go. Boys are coming across the radio. They're making ground. Making ground. That's the important part for Blue 4 here. They were falling forward, chopping down Orange, slowly and surely. A bit of smoke comes in. Wayno's looking at that a little bit. Here he gets pulled in the middle of the field and he gets chopped down. Seth gets knocked back in counter-attack. There's still enough guys up here, though, that it's hard. Look, 3 here. How are they going to... Yeah. This is tough work. This is the slog. This is the grind of coming in on one axis. You've got to come in with some sort of fire support. The tanks keep getting shot down. I don't know where the 8 Panthers tank is at this stage or the other tank on that side. But there are 2 Panthers at one stage. I didn't see that. There's a rocket into the building. That's the stuff. See, there's a bit of fire support coming in here, and they're sort of crawling forward. Here's a that's a interesting rocket. I'm looking at Riley's tank now. Here's the 8 Panthers tank. He's checking out scores. That's what tankers do. They camp somewhere and check scoreboards. But this is a fire support position that Yak Panthers, Riley, Kingsy and Vape's tank is sitting at. There he is, point of view again, chatting, having a bit of a chat. What do you mean there's a battle on? Oh, there we go. Oh, because they're camped here. Look at them. That's it, right there. Dingo's building. I think Dingo's building a repair station here. So, with the exception of, well, nobody's got anything to do but the gunner here. Because there's infantry on their left for support. Dingo's right beside the tank. They know that. There's nowhere for the commander really to look. Because he knows all the infantry are in front of him. So you may as well be off chatting on Discord. Why not? Brew up, I say. Dingo's got this. Gonna put your repair station in, kill a hand that's there to help out. What could go wrong? That's a great repair station. Boom! Artillery! No repair station for you. Dingo pump's got one. It might be fucking out of here. Good artillery now. Better. The artillery improved. Not sure if the person changed or they just got better at it. 29 minutes to go, and it's just hard work here. Blue have made in the last 20 minutes. Yeah, that's a great repair station. Ah dear. It was a good one. It's just the artillery's all over you. Down here, Crashy, I'm not sure what you're doing, man. Tell me in chat. I was trying to work that out, actually, and I thought, oh, well, I'm not seeing anything. Maybe you were looking for a garrison that was down there. I think that might have been, I think you were looking for infantry or garrison or something down there. Always completely empty, and that's the state of the battle at the moment, isn't it? You know, the Blue Corps are, they've made 20, 30 metres of ground in the last 20 minutes. So it's like 1.5 meters a minute. And you know, it's because where Commander Knight is now and where Seth is, that's the ground they've made in 20 minutes. You can't afford to do that. That's a huge chunk of the game. You by all means have pressure on this area, but what else have you got? What else is being brought to the table besides these poor fuckers in the trees having to fight? Look how many you've got. Look how many orange are sitting there. Yeah, Crashy, I figured that. It was good defensive Viceroy too, man. But look how many defenders are here. Blue 4 just, there's got to be something else. I mean, at the start, remember, it took like 20 minutes or so, maybe 25 minutes, of just brutal slogging before they finally cracked it. And that was 20 or 30 troops in a blob. I felt sorry for Kiwi's squad here in particular, because they just had it, they were against it. That there was no way at this point in the match they were going to crack this with the numbers they had versus what we just saw on the orange side. And you know that a squad can be held off by 1 or 2 people. So what can like fucking 3 squads in defence hold off pretty much the entire team? And this is what's happening. So, and there's a tank there as well, just for shits and giggles. Although 2 people in it are like sleeping or playing cards, at least the gunner's on the ball. Oh, Wayno dead. Nakajim picked him up. That's a good kill there. Nakajim now picked down by Mab and Fable. Mab in the building. Chowie pushing up. Fable's got the drop on Mab, has he? I'm not sure. Kiwi throwing grenades over the top. That's important. Stop that reinforcing line and pulls down Chowie. Well done. Okay, here's Thanos running around the side there. Kiwi's having a look, taking off Dr. Do, well played there. But Mab knows he's here, unfortunately, banned. There we go. Kiwi's down as well. Shadows have been picked off by Fable. Here's the Panther now. Got fucking bored. The driver woke up. He's gone, oh, what do you mean? Let's go. And they push up, and all that ground that was made 25 minutes ago, or over the last 25 minutes, has now completely been lost because that Panther has pushed up to that building where Sparrow and Nakajima are. And form points at the back. Butterdog's just seen everybody die next to him. He's got AT, but he's not going to do anything against that Panther from front on, and he's got nowhere to go because he's got infantry support on the tank. Super important. 26 minutes to go. Panther and Orange team here are absolutely dominating this region, and now they're going to start to push through and clear out Blue 4 out of these trees. Steve's there with his assault. He's probably going to try and drop a satchel on the ground there. That's about all you could do at this point in time. There's nobody else there, and I think they've lost their garrisons from the look of the I didn't look at the map here, looking at what Jagdpanzer's looking at. There's a bit of a push down here on Viceroy. So it got a bit busy there on and off. The attack is completely stalled. And that's it. Look, here it is. Now, Executive would be saying, yeah, we've got to push down the south here. This is a hard spot. This is way out on the east side of the map here. I do this a little bit too, but it is a hard spot to push out of because what I tend to find, I think, with what's happening there as well, when you start pushing out and they work out that you're down there, they just camp and wait for you to run to them. And I always get shot. But you can see the guys in the middle of the map here now trying to capture back this centre area, which has been dominated since, well, I reckon about 20 minutes into the game. It's been dominated by the Orange team. So we're now in the last 25 minutes, and Blue they've made progress back into this area. But that has taken so long to do that it's just... Well, here's Entice and Fudge. Who's got the drop? Yeah, well done. Entice picked him up there. Bit of good gameplay here from Entice. Lord Jinzo coming back, revenge his man. He got killed before. Has he got the drop on him? Let's put bullets in. No, yep, that's a bit of a spray and pray, and he's completely missed him. That's going to cost you, Ginge. I reckon that's going to cost you. And yes, oh, yep, he's got him. Yes, got him. That poor old Ginge got picked off, so he missed with the spray and pray. Always do 2 to 3 round bursts. Sometimes we forget. Here's the Blue 4 now trying to push into Foy. No, this is the central area, isn't it? This is not Foy. My bad. Foy's further north. Blaze got a pistol out? No. Not as good as old mate from before. The medic definitely had it. So this Orange Force is still going to hold this central area. and that's important for them because it means they can have a bit of breathing space, layered defense, where they've got time to respond to whatever's going on here before they have to worry about the point. Here's Entice. Oh, yeah, heard that shot. Yeah, nice shot. Listen for the shot. Bit of patience there. Good play. Entice had a good little run here for a moment. See who else he can pick up. Here, Peekaboo. Ginger's coming back for revenge, and he's got his revenge. Woo, Ginge. Clip that. Got the revenge, mate. Snazzy trying hard there to push into that central point. Snazzy's been working that area for a lot of the match. Here's the guys, the blue four here. Look, they're surrounded. Thanos down. Monty forward. Forward too far. No infantry to support him. He's got a Panther right beside him, and now he's dead. Orange have just dominated this area and pushed them out and pushed them out and pushed them out. Crack shot now around the side. Hey, there you go. Here's your shout moment. Crack shot. Look at this. Lovely little camp spot here. Uses the stump as cover for the right flank and just picks up infantry as they run in. Gets his man Wayno there. Well done there, crack shot. Pick someone up on the hill. General Disarray might have eyeballs on you now. Yeah, you have to be careful here. Very patient play here from Crackshot. Good work. And look how he's using the ground. Clancy now coming through there to help Crackshot out. But they're up against it. 2 versus, what's that, 10? I can see. There's the blue 4 on the left trying to push in as well. Clancy getting some bit of range fire here. Clancy going out in the open. Always risky. And, yep, exactly what I expected to happen there has happened. Let's have a look back over this way. Not sure where that shot came from, actually. Coming back up and having a look now on the point. Blue are slowly getting numbers in, back to where they were before. So now 30, 35 minutes ago, took out an AP. There's an AP mine. He's going to walk into it. Binky. Oh, and a tank right beside. Oh, shot him in the back. Almost walked into the AP mine. Nah, Shane Flame's seen it. Yeah, Shane Flame seen it. Misses it, got it there. I think Shane Flame took a bit of a hit from that one. I don't know, is he going to bandage? No, maybe he didn't. Walls and things actually matter in this game. You don't take... If you're in an open doorway and frag goes off outside, it'll come in through the door. Here's the Panthers, had enough, probably going back for ammo again, which is depressing for all us half-assed tankers out there, because we don't ever live long enough to go back for ammo, but that's probably the second time that Panther's going back. I'm sure they'll tell you in chat. Tankers are like pilots. Here's Airborne Kiwi and Mav having a bit of a trade inside. What do I mean by that? Tankers will tell you they're tankers. Here's Airborne Kiwi there. A bit lonely there. Boyden shot around the back here. Kiwi in the building trying to put up smoke. The blue four's just been completely ripped out of there. Mav pushing out. Kiwi's heard that now. Kiwi knows there's someone out there looking. The guy's coming across. There's the shot. I don't know who killed that. Better than pilots. Wow. If you knew what I thought of pilots. Here we go. Entice Heavenly. Here's Crashy Squad out here doing the defense. Viper around the back here. This force is still down here. They're still down here. They haven't made a lot of ground. There's an executive who knows they're down there trying to put a Gary up, I guess, to light up things. So that's pretty important. I alt-tabbed out here at this point in time, so the sound's just gone for a second from memory. Oh, no, I was just zooming. That's it. Anyway, yeah, it's just a frontal assault. It's a brutal frontal assault, and they don't have the numbers. They don't even have equal numbers for attack versus defense. So this attack's not going to go anywhere with 20 minutes to go unless they change their attack and not just thrust in there. The problem is, you can see here, look how many, there's about 10 or 15 in the middle, trying to crack open that central area. So whoever that was just off to the right from the orange team, they are the ones that are really holding off the attacking force. Here's a Greyhound and a Panther, and the Greyhound can kill the Panther. There's the mark, so everybody knows about it, but there's not a lot. Pedro, Willie and Coffee, are they going to go for it? Are they going to? Yes, they are. They're going to follow that tank. Are they going to go for the kill? The boys will be going back for ammo in that Panther, so maybe they've run out. Here it is. Greyhounds. One in. Good hit. Panther's now going, oh, there's a tank back here. Second one into the arse. Panther's really smoking, but watch this. Handbrake turn. And thank you very much, Greyhound. That's the next step of tanking. When you're a driver, being able to spin the tank that fast, to be able to get your gun to lay on whatever that shitty little threat's on you. So if you want to know how to do that, there's 2 or 3 of them in chat right now. Ask them, and they'll teach you, or they'll hold their secrets. Who knows? Blue Fort still trying to push this one, this area. Although that Panther was hurt pretty hard there, Cash. Suicide. I agree with you that in that way, I would not shoot from that far out. You've got to try and get under or around its gun so they can't outturn you. Oh, good artillery. Good artillery. That's how you do it, is you try and just outmaneuver the turret of the tank. Actually, I think Panzer, was it you and I were in a tank, you were in the commander's spot and I was driving or something one day, and we were donutting for ages there because some little shit was underneath us. But maybe it wasn't you, I can't remember. It was on Utah. We were donutting for ages there, and it wasn't a Panther either. We were out turning the small tank, but we couldn't get the gun turret onto it either. And in the end, yes, it was. We ended up killing him. I'm pretty sure we did. But it was hard. And we were doing sick turns and all sorts of things. Hey, Blue 4 actually made a bit of move here. I think what happened is Orange 4 pulled out a little bit. And went, because you see the infantry marker there off in the distance at 1,000 metres, Alva's marker. So there's an infantry push on over there, which gave Blue 4 a bit of a chance to come up here. I found this fascinating because look at the numbers here. It's now starting to balance out a little bit. But Orange still dominating where Trigger is. Orange still dominating that central area. Look at the artillery now, very effective. I'm wondering about resources. I can't remember what they were like for resources, but I know that Blue 4 were lower fuel. But the artillery's landing on exactly the same spot again. Don't put 2 rounds into the same spot. Look, if you just walk... So the way I do artillery, let's say I aim bearing 200 at range 700. So bearing 200, range 700. I'll put a round down there. My next round will be bearing 202, range 700. My next round will bearing 198 at 700. Then I'll do bearing 198 at 690. Then I'll do bearing 200 at 690, and then I'll bear 202 at 690. And that way I'll fired 6 rounds with a 10 mil difference over a 4-degree spread. And that covers a pattern area on the ground that would have picked up everybody that was around that garrison and across to the left. That's what I do. And it hasn't changed in the 2 years since I released the artillery video. There's some things that are different, but I did one on my YouTube, and it's the same principles. And you don't have to follow that exact pattern of fire. It depends on where you're shooting. But 2-degree shift means that the rounds, when they land, will still overlap just slightly or enough that you'll kill infantry over a wider area. You can do a 1-degree shift. Just a bit of dispersion. It's a bit more doesn't hurt there, Crashy. I tend to step it across. When I was watching the artillery in this match, it was landing on almost exactly the same spot each time. There's no way they were moving any more than 1 degree either side of their target point. You can afford to move 2. You can afford to have a 4-degree spread and hit like about 60 to 80 or 100 meters on the ground, left to right, and kill everything in that. Yeah. Hell of a way to die. Oh, hell of a way to die. That was a good kill. Yeah, I feel like that's a little bit of what's happening. It's just, or it's too narrow a band. You can that was such a good kill. You can afford, if you want to hit the middle of this road and left and right of the road, do a 4-degree spread, and you'll kill everything in that area at that range. But remember though, as you spread left and right, the range slightly reduces because you're just turning slightly. Here's another tip for you. If you've got 3... Now, this is no good. Just grenading garrison, no good. You've got to get in there. And it was too early after they just spawned. Yeah, you should push the point, and as you're getting close, lob a grenade. You can see here that Bizroy's in a bit of trouble. Sorry, I just hit the microphone. My bad. Oh, I did that up the top of the fucking monitor. There's the spawn now. There's the counter spawn. Here's another tip for artillery. There's 3 guns down the bottom. Lay your left gun on the left side of the map, your middle gun on the middle side, and your right gun on the right side. Or, if you point center points and whatever on the left and the middle, just say, put your left gun on the far left, middle gun on the sort of middle left, and the right hand gun on the middle of the map. And then if you are solo artillery for a competition match, you jump from arty to arty where it's already pre-laid on sort of apart. And no, I didn't think Fitzroy was in trouble crashing. Of course it wasn't. You could have stayed there solo, mate, and no one would have ever capped it. He's that good, Crashy is, I'm telling you. He's almost like a tanker. That's how good he is. Now, J&L coming in from the north to support whatever's going on here. There's a good push in here from Blue 4. Good defense on Bizroy. There's a 76 out there heading across to the open area. Yeah. But Orange are down in the south area again, and they're really putting some pressure on them. That's 70. Watch this! Stuck on a tree. Pedro William copy. I'm not even drinking tonight. It's terrible. Are you this good at tanking, Crashy? I'm asking for a friend. Coffee. Oh! Oh! It's all bad for the 76. Oh dear. That. Well, the Panther's dead. Whatever. There's Tudu. There's some infantry. Thanos with the tank save. Thanos. Whoever's in that tank owes Thanos all the beer. Willie and Pedro, you owe Thanos big time. He came in and absolutely saved your ass just then. Excuse me. There's a good little push here though. That tank might make the difference. On to, you can see the points starting to turn there a little bit. Blue, it's going back to orange, but we've still got enemy infantry, orange infantry down to the point here. Here's an artillery, no, not up, there's another artillery. This is a bloody, what are these things called? Airplane, bombing run, that's what I'm talking about. Good evening, Candy, lovely to see you. This is a really good match to watch. Shazza wears it. Takes a hit from the team. Whoever that was just died as well. That's a good bombing run, and that's where your arties need to be going. From where Scarlet Seeker is across to the map, across to the right there, that's a spread of about 4 degrees. You could strip everything out of there, and that would be just keep sweeping it back left to right. Here's the all the bullets. Someone had bought it on discount, and so they're putting all the bullets in. That'll be two machine guns up of a tank up there. I think this is where we've got 2 Panthers coming in. Westbend now starting to fall just briefly. Yes, there it is. It's starting to cap. Okay, so these guys, Orange, are in a little bit of trouble here. They need to get a spawn wave off somewhere. Blue Force has got down. Where's the garrison? Garrison in there right now with some OPs would really help it out. We've got, 11 minutes to go. There's that artillery, probably a little bit too far back there. We want it along that road line there, just where General Disarray is, and around the back of that building as well. And you do a 4-degree spread around the back of that, or along there. That's where the artillery should be landing, right where it just landed. Good shot. That's the stuff I love to see. Fable, Knight, Mirage in here now. Nakajin around the back of the building. He put us out to the air. Satchel down on the point here from Nakajin. There's some supplies in from the Allies where the blue guys are. Strafing run came in. That'll be a orange Axis strafing run came in. Blue now a little bit of trouble there. Angry's around the back there. Shot down a few of the guys there. Good counter attack here from myself and Angry. They've managed to shut this down enough, and there it goes. It's starting to turn back the other way. We're going to see the spawn wave. Yeah, look at that. There's a spawn wave coming in. Panther coming in from the north still. Second Panther there. We can see Riley's tank top left corner point of view. For those that have just joined the stream, that's Jag Panzer in the top left there, and his tank of tanks. Monty there trying to get something happening there. We've got a squad leader, so he'll be trying to put up an OP. Center area still controlled by Orange, and that, I thought that was actually Crashy, was it you that day that went charging through in a supply truck? I thought that was you again, man. I really did. I was disappointed when it wasn't. Good defense here though on Bizroy, so it was never going to fall here. Crashy's squad holding off really nicely there. Snazzy trying to do something up there and trying to get a garrison into. See this area where I'm pointing to now, where that tank is. That's what's got to be capped. They've got to clear that out so they can at least tack from the east, northeast. It was you. No, not in that tank. Yeah, but in the truck that other week, absolutely. The fucking crazy man truck. This is fascinating here. This 76, which is just there, shot that truck and left the OP and that set of supplies there and just drove off. What does that mean? Well, it means rocket, for starters. It means on the left what we're going to have happen. That was great. What we're going to have happen on the left-hand side here on that little OP that, oh, way no, unlucky in the second shot. Look at that shit. Lord Ginger's just come in and gone, oh, thanks for letting me spawn in, I'll shoot you. I think he was already there, but front case, Always risky. Front case has come in. There's Ginge, puts one into the ground. Front case is going to put a round in as well now. He just spawned in. I mean, the tank, it needed to clear that stuff out. And look at this. Everybody's having a field day with rockets here. It's how fast can the tank run? That's Daniel and I missed it, stuff with the K. Wheelbarrow with the K. There's another rocket. That one's a bit short from Caledonius. Wayno's doing the chase here. Side shot. No, there's Funt in. There's Funt with one in the back there. He's going for the Panther. That's right. He had the hot for the Panther. What I want to point out here, though, is you watch this stuff. There we go. We know that that tank is there. We know that the Panther's there. That tank is going to shoot it. Why didn't General Disarray run away from the tank? Because that's always going to happen. When it's looking at your tank, it is going to shoot that tank. And they managed to get the kill on the guy that could have probably dropped in a satchel on him. So, again, I'm talking comp level stuff here. That's the sort of thing you've got to be thinking about. There, the Panther comes in and goes fucking boom. Now, I couldn't work out where they were, and I had to look at Riley's point of view there, and I went, are you kidding me? They're in the forest. He absolutely... Sorry, I'll let you post through. He went balls deep. The 76 did. But he got his Panther kill. Unfortunately, the other Panther, who was lurking in the forest, as dirty tankers do, put one into the back of him and ended his life. But the next level of gameplay, and I can't say I do this very well either, but sitting in the caster's chair, I can talk about it and you can think about it. When you're coming into satchel a tank and you know that tank's about to shoot in that general area, well, it was obvious he was going to shoot that Panther. Don't run in yet. Be patient. In Australia and New Zealand, because we've probably all been playing Battlefield and Call of Duty and all sorts of stuff. I used to play Battlefield 3. We tend to rush a bit more. And I'll say it for the HCA, I reckon it's going to be what we'll see from a lot of American teams. I've watched a few of them play, and they tend to be aggressive players. I'm an aggressive player, which means I don't like being patient. Whereas for the Southeast Asia players, they tend to be more reserved. They'll stand along fence lines and shoot more, which is what I would expect us to do to be better at it. Here's I run doing a bit of killing. Airborne Kiwi, trying to throw grenades, bam, down. But I run. Look at how he does this. He's using the terrain. He's using this little gap in between here to just sweep backwards and forwards and beat. This is deliberate play. He's not just charging over the top, shooting anything in his face. That is how you think about comp play. You've got to be aggressive, but smart aggressive. So, yeah, it's just something for those that are actually here playing Friday night fights because they want that level of gameplay. Wayno not looking left or right. That's what happens. 1,000 meter shot. Yeah, I've done 2,500 with the commander. Anyway, I don't know what Fuzzy was doing back here. He's setting up something for an attack because they really dominated this area here. Yeah, look down south. He's covering this. It's 6 minutes to go. Blue 4. I've got this threat behind them. There they go. Turn around, shredding whatever's behind them. Soupsy down. Might have an OP there though, so that's good for the orange team if they want to try and cull out whatever this attack is, because we always see with these types of games in the last 5 minutes shit gets real. This one has been a hard, tight fight for the whole thing, with the exception maybe of throwing, pissing in the wind a little bit here is what Blue did against this defense. This defense was solid, but it's still been hard fought. The defenders have had to fight pretty hard. Great defense on Bizroy. We haven't seen that really get any major threat at this stage. Here's the Panther going and camping in its favourite spot again. It's marked now. What can they do about it? What can they actually do about it? The 76ers keep coming across the open paddock and getting dead. We know the quality of tankers that we've got in Friday night fights, in the German side at the moment. So if I was in the tank on the Allied side, I'd go, right, okay, well, I have to do something different. And maybe that's what they were doing before Roku, when they were going balls deep. When they went round, they went, we'll do something different. Bear Blade's here with a sniper in the middle of the field. No. Trees behind you, use them. If you're gonna shoot from out here, you've got a tree line back there, just use that. Use the tank as cover. So that if someone does see you and start shooting at you, you've got something to run behind so you can reset yourself. Look at this Panther. I think it's Ben. No, this is a machine gunner. Someone camping somewhere Yeah, it's off to the left there. Angry shooting off that way. Lord Ginge sets up and then races off. Yeah, the defense is too hot here. It's too hard to crack this. Orange, you've got to try something a little bit different. Snacker there, chilling with the tank. Tank's chilling by itself. Sin area. Here we go. This is interesting. All match we've seen that orange dominated that area where blue are coming in from now. This could be different. You can see that there's not a lot of defenders here on this northeast side. As blue is starting to come across the paddock, they've got 2 tanks to deal with. That's Panzer IV and the Panther, of course, on the point itself. Bit of gunfire. This is a good attack spot to come in from. A bit of support fire from out here. Monty trying to move in on the left and get something happening. 3 minutes 48. Mick there doing the sprays. Here he goes. Now, if you're going to reload, get off the ridge line. Get down behind the ridge line there, because smart folks will actually be able to pick you off. Take yourself off there and then move 5 or 10 metres to the right or left and then set up again. Oh, there we go. See, they knew he was there, and he got picked off. You've got to move after you reload. You really do. But, you know, sometimes you still get shot anyway. Here's the Panzer IV getting shot by an anti-tank gun out near a haystack. Bit open, that anti-tank gun. This is an interesting trade. It can kill it. It can kill it. That tank doesn't know where it is. Surely they've got it. They've hit it again. That's 4 hits. Hey, geez, thank you. There's some really good gameplay for you earlier, mate. And you got your revenge on somebody, so I've recorded that. I can't remember who it was. This AT tank still... Oh, it's missed. There's another round in. The tank finally worked out where it is. Can he hit it? Panzer IV. There we go. Oh, that's so disappointing for the Blue Force. It was an epic defense in here on this area here. Really, really was. Here's Monty. Good kill there. General disarray. Pressure's on. The Panzer IV's still alive. Can't believe that the AT gun couldn't pick him up. It's unfortunate. Well done, Panzer IV. Probably a bit lucky there, to be honest. Spray and play. Here's Snacker. He's pulled out. He's got out of his building. Panda around the back. Trying something. Friendly artillery. What's better than one is one dead AT gun or 2. A little bit of pressure now in the last 2 minutes on Viceroy. I expect there's a bit of a rush going on down there because they knew... See, that artillery is landing sort of around that same area still, but there's not many troops here now. Good artillery this time. It's moving a little bit more. That's what we want to see. Bombing run coming in. I can hear that. Nazi trying something. Trying to come around and do something different. There's a bombing run coming straight across the point. Viceroy was under a bit of pressure here. Snaz has got a spawn wave in front of him. He's got 1, he's got 2. That's good. Oh, that's straight one. Pick that one up. General disarray there. Here's the guys. There we go. That's in the Snazzy, but they've got a bit of pressure here, but it's not going to be enough. The defense on Viceroy is good enough. Here's an airhead coming in too late. Too late. 1 minute 24. They can't cap. So it is 100% Orange's game here. They managed to defend the shit out of this point. Absolutely great top shelf defense. Blue, I mean, yeah, look at it. This is just, it was just too much. And there weren't enough Blue Force here. But I don't think that's actually the problem. The problem was they couldn't capture that center area. For, you know, I think that's probably where the best defense was in here where just to the right of screen. By holding that area there on the right for most of the match, Orange Force were able to reduce Blue Team down to a single axis of attack. Where the point changed or things went well for Blue was when they had multi-axis. But Orange held that center area there, top of screen, for about an hour and 20 minutes of the match. And that's enough. That's enough. I think the tank has made a bit of a difference here as well. It absolutely made a difference here in this map from their Axis side. We know they're good. Here's Blue, you know, capping the point late. It won't make any difference. 8 seconds left. So, ladies and gents, well done to everybody there. Let's go back to my sexy little screen here. Well done to everybody there. Really, really entertaining match to watch. I did enjoy that a lot. I'm losing my voice a little bit here. I think I gave my point to Talk, was it? No, it was Thanos for saving that tank that was stuck on the tree. All right, Look, there's the other team as well, just for... Oh, let's get that back to full screen for you, sorry, so you can actually see it. I'll go back to this screen. I'll get the clean overlay up. Actually, I'll get rid of the overlay completely. When this comes back up, you can actually then see who was on the Axis team. Yeah, and so you can see who was in what squad and everything like that. Remember, I am streaming the American competition, the HCA, and that's the time I think for when I was going to start stream. I'm streaming the HCA, which is the competitive stream. I was invited to be one of the streamers for that. I'm really proud of that because I want to promote the Australian community. That's what I'm all about. So Chimera are playing in that. I look forward to having you come along and join me for that. That will be, first match will be on the 20th. Oop, let's go back to something else here. Sorry, warm up. Let's pause that for a sec. So yeah, the 20th of August is my first match that I'm going to be doing. I look forward to you joining me there. I will be running a little competition thing shortly on a Friday or Saturday or something like that, a 1 or 2 hour games night. I'll Hell Let Loose. It'll be super fun, and you don't even need to pull the rifle out, so that'll be good fun, and there'll be prizes for that as well. And there's a lot going on in this space at the moment. As I said, if you want to play DCS with me, PM me. I'll do a little bit of that. You can see the track IR thing I'm having a muck around with there. And I thank you all for watching tonight. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed the commentary on it. Give some feedback if you feel like it. And I'm looking forward to doing more of this stuff with you all and more Friday night fights. And I hope you enjoy your weekend. Good night and bye for now.